I used to be embarrassed because they were so big, and now it's I like it. Hi everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today I thought I would keep it really simple and just do kind of like a chill get ready with me. I have to step out for a little bit, and so we're just gonna play with some newer things that I have gotten, like the Milani Screen Queen foundation. Also, we're gonna be playing with the Physicians Formula Sculpting Bronzer, the Kosas Concealer, and this blush from Milani. It's also like a cream blush. So if that sounds like something you would be interested in, then just keep on watching. Okay, so we're gonna start with the base, and I have a small sample here of this Charlotte Tilbury Wonder Glow. I have heard good things about this, but I figured it's the best way to try something when you can get a sample size like this. And this actually has a lot of product, so I know this would last me a while. You don't need much. And my face is usually glowing anyway from the sunblock. Well, depending on which one I use. I'm also going to add a little bit of this Bobbi Brown Vitamin C primer, just because I haven't, I've had it for like 2 years and I don't want it to go bad, so I want to be able to use it. And it doesn't provide any glow, but it provides like a nice base, and it does feel quite hydrating. I know this was like a really popular a couple of years ago. It's a bit pricey, but it just feels so nice. It has a really citrusy scent, so if that's something that you like, you would enjoy this. Okay, let's move on to the foundation. Again, this is the Milani Screen Queen Digital Blue Light Filter foundation. So I just put in like that much in the back of my hand, and we're gonna use the Flower Beauty beauty sponge to blend it. See, I still have some left over in the back, so I like a sheer coverage, and this foundation is like a solid medium, so that's why I also go in with less, because I prefer lighter coverage. It reminds me a lot of the CYO foundation. The way it feels on the skin, the consistency, and the level of coverage is very, very similar. So if you liked CYO, which is discontinued now, you would probably enjoy this one also. Let's do a concealer. So like I said, we're gonna try the Kosas one, but this shade is a little bit lighter for me. It is shade 06, and I'll list everything down in the description box, but because this is too light for me, I go in with a concealer before that's more like my skin tone, and then kind of use this one just to highlight. So I'm gonna go in with the Milani Conceal and Perfect concealer, and this is the shade 145. Okay, so now we're gonna go in with the Kosas one, and I will just place that sort of like in the inner part, which is where I have most of the darkness, and just kind of focus it in that area, because that's what we want to brighten and bring out. So again, and I usually, this is a pretty, for me, it feels full coverage, but I know for a lot of people it doesn't. Like foundation, I like to go with a lighter coverage, just because it's, when you are going too heavy, it just makes you look older. So that's not what we're trying to do today. So I just keep it in the inner corner there, and whatever's left over, just kind of bring it to the eyelids and use it as a base for the shadow. All right, that's still looking a little bit light, but that's okay. We're gonna go in and not bake, but set the under eyes because I experience a lot of smudging if I don't. So we're gonna go in with like my favorite loose setting powder, and I've talked about this a couple times already. It's the Catrice HD Baking and Setting Powder. Okay, and I do like that it has like a sifter. I don't know if you can see it. I turned it upside down, so right now I have like too much powder sitting, but I will just kind of dip in my sponge, try to get rid of the excess, and then just kind of go under the eyes. Well, that is looking very much like baking right now. I picked up way too much powder, but that's okay. I'm gonna go ahead and set the eyelids while we're here. Okay, we're just gonna let it sit there for a little bit and move on to the complexion. This is I think a newer product from Physicians Formula, this bronzer, sculpting bronzer, and I have it in the shade Mocha. So I'm just gonna go in. I tend to just do a line there and a little line here, just like that, and then go in with the stippling brush. I really like this one from e.l.f. It's the their selfie ready stipple brush. It looks like this, and I'll try to list the brushes as well. I normally have in my description box like my favorite brushes, my favorite sponges, a list of what I use for, you know, regularly and what my favorites are. So if you're ever curious as to what I'm using, if I forget to mention it, you can always check there. Okay, and bring it a little bit across the nose to kind of just bring it together. Okay, and then we're gonna go in with the Cheek Kiss from Milani, and the shade I have is 110. I just put some on the back of my hand, and a little bit goes a long way. I love this color. You can pretty much use it all year round. So I just put a couple of dots there, and then you can go in with the same brush, or you can use a different brush, but I'll just go in with the same one, and then just kind of tap and push it in. I try not to do this movement because I don't want to disrupt the foundation. And this blush, what I like about it is that it kind of dries into like a satin finish. It's not too like glossy and shiny like the ones from Fenty. I find that, you know, because I have texture in the sense that I have enlarged pores, when I use products like that, it just accentuates the pore. So I try to use, even though I have normal to dry skin, I still prefer to use products like that. All right, so for the eyes, I don't have a new eyeshadow palette that I wanted to talk about, so I figured we would use this. This is a brand that I hadn't heard before, Kenia, Ontiveros Beauty, and this is a blush and shine set. So it's blush and highlighters, but today we're gonna use it as an eyeshadow palette. And this is what it looks like. This one here fell out, so we're gonna just work with what we have. And hold on, I forgot my color switch, so be right back. So I was not recording this whole time, but what I did was I went in with the crease. I went in on the crease with this color right here, which is called Gemini. And I'll keep building it up a little bit. It's not as dark as I want it to be just yet. Sorry, I don't know what happened. I thought I was recording and I wasn't. Alright, now we're gonna go in with like a smaller brush, and I just have this color switch and I clean them off before, even though this is a different brush in case I had used something darker. And I'm gonna go in with this one, which is called XOXO, this one right here. Tap the excess and try to go on the outer and deepen the crease with this one. I'm gonna go with a smaller, denser brush, and go back to that pinkish, the XOXO, and see if we can get this one to show up a little more. Okay, and for the lid, we're gonna go in with one of these shimmers. This one's called Camera and this one's called Shine. Let's go in with Shine, and I'm just gonna use a flat shader brush for this. And now I think I'm gonna go in with the darker one and kind of put that one in the center of the lid and see what that looks like. And just kind of go back and forth. We're going to go in now and put some eyeliner in the lower and upper waterline, which is what I normally do. Okay, so we're gonna go in with Urban Decay Rockstar, which is like it's kind of like a brownish purple. So I always like to do the bottom, and then I just do like the outer part of the top waterline. Okay, now we're gonna go in with mascara, and I wanted to try this one from Milk, Kush mascara, but I have to curl my lashes first. Before I curl my lashes, I usually like to go in at this point before I apply mascara with the setting spray. Today I'm gonna be using the Colourpop Pretty Fresh. This is pretty hydrating. Wow, see those bubbles? That's a lot of bubbles. Wasn't like that when I first got it. I wonder, oh my god, it smells so amazing. I think it says hyaluronic acid, and even if I didn't need it, I just love the way it feels. So at this point I go in and curl my lashes. And let's go in now with the Kush mascara. I think this one is really volumizing. Yes, you can tell right away. It's very lengthening and it's volumizing. I really like it. Trying to figure out a way to do this so that you guys can see it better, but it's proving to be a little bit difficult. Now we're gonna do the lips, and this liner I have been in love with for a while. It's from Alamar Cosmetics. It's this from the Desnudas collection, and this is the color is Dulce, which means sweet in Spanish. And then I'm gonna go in with this one from Clarins. It doesn't have a velvet lip protector. Looks like this is kind of like a cool tone, but I'm just gonna use it like as a base, because this cool tone lipstick does not match that really, not really. Although the eyes turned out to be very pink, so maybe we will. You know what? I will go in with another lipstick with Burt's Bees. It's the name is Pouring Nude, and it's like a bronzy color. And I tried it off camera combined with this one, and I kind of like the combo. If you're ever wondering, I don't have fillers on my lips. My lips are naturally this big, which, you know, growing up, I used to be embarrassed because they were so big, and now it's I like it. Anyway, this is the completed look. I hope you enjoyed watching today's video. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. It would mean so much to me. Have a great rest of your day. Be well. I almost forgot that I also wanted to show you the Charlotte Tilbury new bronzer that they released. I got it in shade 3 tan. It's like the Bobbi Brown Tantastic, which I don't own, but it's, from what I understand, it's very similar in size. And so I'm just gonna use it to set that bronzer. I like this one better than Fenty.